Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talksped. I am so excited to start the fall session, and today we have the global perspective with Neha Tewari. Neha is a speech language pathologist working in India. She's been practicing for more than 19 years. Currently, she is in Lucknow, and she also has a non-profit organization, which is called Sachetataa. And Sachetataa has a YouTube video and Facebook page where she has uploaded many videos, more than 55 or so in Hindi, training parents and giving information about speech and language. So let's hear more from Neha, what she's doing. She's a very, entrepreneurial young lady who's also pursuing her doctorate, I just found out. And so tell us more about your current position, your interests and passion, Neha. Welcome to Talksped.
Thank you, Namita. Thanks for inviting me to the platform, this Talksped platform. Currently, I am working as a visiting faculty at a state government university. And I'm also working to help children with communication disorders these days through online mode. But I do work offline too. And this is what it is like because since I have my PhD in place, so I'm not able to work in early intervention clinics. I've left my job there. I was working there too. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I know earlier when we talked, you had talked about a lot of your experience is in working with children in the school setting. Could you tell me a little bit more about what is it like for speech language pathologists working in school system? What is it like in India if we want to get a better picture of that?
Oh, yes. Namita, see, I've seen changes in the level of awareness among people, among school management committees. It wasn't that great when I started to work at school setup way back in 2009. So there are various challenges. First of all, lack of awareness is one challenge. People don't realize that this is what is needed. Prevention is needed. There is a role of SLP at school setup. And if an SLP is there, how could he or she help? Even that is not clear in the minds of people. Teachers, the lack of awareness among teachers and lack of involvement of parents as important stakeholders, even that is not very, very great here. So working at school setup was a great experience because I evolved from just being a speech language pathologist to a program manager. Just running a program and managing it, executing it, and then, it's like an action plan for me. So, yeah, a great experience.
I know. I think you shared with me about how you headed certain schools, right? You had the role of a principal or managers, and like you're sharing. So, this must have been very exciting. So, share a little bit more with our audience. Any highlight of a specific assignment that you had, and what did you lead? How did you lead that?
Yeah, I've headed 3 schools, and since my husband is in the army, I don't get to head a school for more than like 2-3 years. So the latest school that I headed was in J&K, and there was a school in Maharashtra, Ahmednagar, and that school I got to head for 3 years. So I've developed a program, phonoeasy for kids, which I could work on, execute, and I could see the results. So that was a great, I would say, highlight of my working at school setup, from which I learned a lot. And that gave me a chance to bring in all these stakeholders together. So that was the major highlight there.
Great. So phonoeasy is like a phonological program in Hindi.
Yes, it is. Phonological awareness program. We use Hindi language because, as I said, in Army, the connecting language is Hindi. So it was developed in Hindi. It's like development of skills, age-appropriate skills that help children become better readers tomorrow. So that's this program all about.
Wonderful, wonderful, Neha. And I'm sure, like you've mentioned some of the challenges, but tell me a little bit more about these videos that you have created. How did you get about, how did you get started? what are some ways that parents and others can access, or other therapists can access these videos, and what is in the content? So tell me, I'm really curious to know more about it.
Namita, I started recording these videos in 2018, and that was because when my husband was posted in JNK, I couldn't go out and reach out to people the way I had been doing. So there was this friend of mine whose daughter suggested that to me. So I learned that from her. She taught me from the scratch, and now I have definitely learned myself. So when I started to record, the aim was very simple. It was very clear in my mind. Whatever I was just talking to mass of people, I was just talking through my videos. So in the beginning, the videos were like not that great. I wasn't paying much attention to the background and stuff. But later I learned to do all that too. One can access these videos by typing the organization's name, Sachetataa, Sachetataa, and or either by typing Neha Tewari, SLP. So one can get the access to the videos. These videos are made in Hindi, you mentioned, but they do have the subtitles in English, so that if somebody has a problem, one can do that. I see many videos in English. They're like n number of videos in English. I don't see much in Hindi, so that's why I make those videos in Hindi, keeping in my mind population.
No, that is wonderful. I think India has so much diversity of language, and Hindi is a common thread in many parts of India. So I'm so glad that you have made these videos in Hindi, so that we know that there is a intense need in the rural population of India. So hopefully more and more therapists can use it and take it out there to the population. Also, sometimes we have families who are all over the world, and just beginning to realize that they need to work on language stimulation. And I've seen your videos are amazing. You really break down a lot of the Hanan approach, and really break down how families should be working with children in their everyday life, how they can enhance language. So really simplifying things for them. So thank you so much for doing that great work, Neha. Please do check out Neha Tewari's Facebook page, or Sachetataa. You can type on YouTube and get that information. She has more than 55 videos and keeps making wonderful videos on different language disorders and communication challenges and how to overcome them. So Neha, tell me a little bit, as we, as you've worked, what you shared with us some highlights, also some challenges, I do know, but tell us a little bit more about that, and then what is your message for our audience?
The message would be prevention is better than cure. Identification of red flags and then start to work on them as early as possible is the most important thing, especially in communication disorders.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you on that. I think it is such a pleasure to meet another entrepreneurial person. We both have this in common. I did start Talksped during the COVID time, so I totally know the fact that when you're just confined to not doing much, you take that opportunity to do something that you are truly passionate about, it's all worth it. So good luck to you, and good luck in your work of increasing awareness, working in the schools. It's very rewarding and heartwarming to see how much you have said it has changed the population in schools, the role of speech language pathologists that is evolving and growing. So keep up the good work. Some of your awareness strategies or work that you're doing, could you share a little bit more about that?
So as I said, I prepare video. That's one of the thing that we do, but we also create awareness among public about noise-induced hearing loss, prevention of hearing loss, oral hygiene and vocal hygiene. So it's not only, my work is not limited to only schools. We do radio shows and we do road shows, and I have volunteers who come with me, and we do Nukkar Natak. That's how we call that in India. wherein we just reach out. We go to
Street
one
plays, yeah. There's
street plays.
Yeah.
So that's something I love doing. So these are the strategies we use. There's much more that I need to learn to be more efficient in creating awareness. But currently, whatever I'm doing, I'm just loving it. So that's it.
That's amazing. Passion leads to a lot more creativity. So keep up your passion alive, and all the best to you. Thank you so much for your time today. We wish you all the best.
Thanks for inviting me, Namita. Thank you.